Keep it up. Make some noise for Umar Khan.
Baltimore, what's up? How you doing? Oh my God, that's amazing. Wow, this is an amazing turnout. Thank you guys so much for coming. A little bit about me. I live in Baltimore City. I live in a hipster neighborhood called Hamden. Surprise, surprise. If you couldn't tell, that's where I would live. And it's when I go do shows in the like in DC in the county, and I tell people I live in the city, they're like, "Oh my God, you must be brave." And I'm like, "Look at me. I'm wearing skinny jeans and flannel in the middle of summer. I live in a neighborhood with cupcake shops. I'm safe. I live in a neighborhood where people pay fuck tons of money for food, and when it comes, there's like that much food on your plate." And I'm like, "What's going on?" They're like, "You gotta support local." And it's like, you're not supporting local shit. How many poor businesses do you pass on the way to your shitty charcuterie restaurant? And what is charcuterie? Is that Lunchables for rich assholes? It's so stupid. Like, I'm gonna let that one ride out. My jokes are this good, everybody. It's like we get tricked to eat in shitty looking places now, like, oh, it's rustic. It's like, no, a cow used to shit on it. But I guess Baltimore, you know, I wrote this joke a while ago, so I guess Baltimore isn't that safe. I heard a news story a while ago. 9 people were shot and killed in a 12-hour period, and one of them was a 3-year-old who died, which is super sad. But when they interviewed this dude on the news about it, he was like, "Man, it's a tragedy, because that baby was doing nothing to nobody." As if they're shitty babies who deserve to be shot. It's crazy. I live near Roland Park, which is a rich white neighborhood, and I like to take walks through it. But ever since everything went down in Baltimore, I feel weird. I feel like I look like a threat to people, and so, you know, I started doing this thing where I treat white people like bears. Because bears and white people have a lot in common besides the fact that they both like raw organic honey. Like bears also want to know everything that's going on around them, and especially when they have children with them. Like, if you came across a bear and they didn't know you were coming, you'd be like, "Hey, motherfucker, you spooked me. I wasn't gonna eat you, but you embarrassed me in front of my children." So when you're walking around woods where there's a lot of bears, this is true, you're supposed to clap and make noise so you don't accidentally scare a bear. So when I walk around rich white neighborhoods, I just yell out friendly white shit all the time. I'm like, "Coconut water! Quinoa! 401k!" Yeah, that's my life, everybody. In my free time, I volunteer with inner city high school kids. I was working with this kid around the holidays. Cool, only 4 of you? No, I was kidding. I was working with this kid around the holidays, and he was like, "Hey, Umar, what'd you do for Christmas?" I was like, "Nothing, man." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I grew up Muslim. My parents didn't do that." He looked at me and he was like, man, you're a grown-ass man. Celebrate that shit next year." I was like, "Thanks, Darrell." He's like, "My name's Darrell." It's like, "Darrell, you're a grown-ass man. Change your name." I love these kids. They're amazing. They're super smart and super funny. The one thing I don't like about working with them is that black teens are really good at making fun of you. And they'll say shit that makes no sense, but it still hurts. Like, this kid was staring at me and he was like, "You know what, Umar? Your head shaped like a box of Newports." What the fuck does that mean? But it hurt. I wasn't gonna let this piece of shit get away with it, so I was staring at him, trying to figure out something I could make fun of him for, and he was like, "Nah, you taking too long," and walked away. I'm in grad school to be a school psychologist, and all right. And only like 30 of you guys. Come on. No, I was kidding. And the issue of spanking kids came up in one of my classes. Now, don't judge anybody. Don't judge anybody. Clap if you are against spanking children. Okay. Clap if you are for spanking children. Always more. And here's the best part. Not is it always more, but there's more enthusiasm. There was no woos for against. Someone, I'm not gonna make fun of you, someone who, I can't see you, no one else can see you, but someone who is for it, tell me why. Like, shout out what you think it does. I love that you're brave enough to hit kids but not speak up about it. I'm against it because there's no science to support it. But like you saw, most people are for it. But even my colleagues who understand child development, they're for it. Like, it's weird to me. Like, I was in an undergrad class, and the professor said 40% of kids who are spanked are more likely to be aggressive when they're older. And this girl got pissed. She stood up. She's like, I was beaten. I'm normal. It's like, first of all, you did a very not normal thing to prove that. And second of all, I was spanked like crazy growing up. Like, my mom used to hit me with a spatula so much so that I thought that's what they were for. Until I went over a white person's house and I saw his mom flipping eggs, I was like, hold the fuck up. You're gonna serve me food with that? That's on someone's ass? And here's the thing. People do want to hit their kids, so psychologists have to come up with safe ways for people to do it. So you have to say, like, psychologists tell people, if you're going to hit your kids, don't do it right when you caught them doing something bad. Wait a little bit. So you don't go overboard? But how creepy is that? Now you're just waiting all day to beat the shit out of your kid. Like you're a serial killer. And here's the thing, like, if you're for spanking kids, this is your premise. You hit people and they change for the better. You hit people and they change for the better. If that's true, why the fuck do we reserve it for people who are this big? Like, there's plenty of adults in my life that are assholes, but if I hit them, it's a felony. But when you hit a kid, like, good, you taught him a lesson. Oh, that's weird when people don't laugh. That just turned into a shitty TED Talk. You guys ready to get the show started? All right.